Okay, so these notes are going to be for solving 1 and 2-step equations. Okay. All right, so 1-step equations, remember that we're solving for the variable. So that means I want the variable to be by itself. So to keep ourselves organized, I like for you to draw a line straight down the middle of the equation, of the equal sign. And so then if I want my variable m is what I want to solve for, and it says m plus 12 equals 10. And I want m to be by itself, so I'm going to need this positive 12 to go away. Well, the opposite of plus 12 is minus 12. So what I do to the left side of the equation, I have to do over here to the right. Okay? So focusing on the left side of the equation, I still have my m over here, and this positive 12 and the minus 12 are going to cancel each other out. Okay, so the only thing I have left is m. And then over here on the right side, I have 10 minus 12. Well, 10 minus 12 is negative 2. So my final answer is m equals negative 2. And I know that it's my final answer because m is by itself. So over here on number 2, same thing. I'm going to draw my line straight down my equal sign. And it says negative 2 equals g minus 9. Well, g is what I want to be by itself, and attached to this g is a minus 9. So on both sides of the equation, to get this minus 9 to go away, I want to add 9 because adding 9 is the opposite of the subtraction. Okay? So working from left to right, negative 2 plus 9 is positive 7 equals, I still have my g, and the negative 9 and the positive 9 cancel each other out. So my final answer is 7 equals G. Okay. Number 3, I have negative 7y equals negative 91. Again, I'm going to draw my line straight down to keep myself organized. And here, this is a negative 7 times y, so I need to get the negative 7 to go away to get my y by itself. So to get the negative 7 to go away, I need to divide by negative 7 on both sides. Okay? Okay. The negative 7s cancel each other out. Y equals. Negatives cancel each other out. My answer is going to be positive 13. Y equals 13 is my final answer. Okay. Now for number 4, I need the A to be by itself. Again, I'm going to draw my line. This is A divided by 9 equals negative 4. To get the divided by 9 to go away, for the A to be by itself, I need to multiply both sides by 9 because that's the opposite of dividing. Okay. And these are going to cancel out, leaving me with A equals, sorry, that looks like a 9. Hold on. A equals negative 4 times 9 is negative 36. Okay. All right. So fractions. To get rid of a fraction, multiply by the reciprocal. Okay. The reciprocal is just the fraction flipped upside down. Okay. So for example, in number 5, we have 2/3 times x equals 10. Okay. So to get x by itself. We're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So I want to multiply by 3/2 on both sides. Okay. Notice that, look, the 3's are going to cancel out and the 2's, leaving me with x equals on this side. Now 10 times 3 is 30 divided by 2. Simplify that out. X equals 15 for our final answer. Okay. Now, over here, same thing. We have 4/9 W equals -8. So to get W by itself, I want to multiply by 9/4 on both sides. Okay. Now over here, the 9's and the 4's are going to cancel out, leaving me with W equals -8 times 9 is -72 divided by 4. Simplify that fraction. -72 is -18. Okay. All right, number 7. -6/5 times k equals 12. To get k by itself, we need to multiply by -5/6 on both sides. It doesn't really matter where the negative goes as long as it goes somewhere. Okay. The numbers are going to cancel out over here, leaving me with k equals 12 times -5 is -60 divided by that 6 from above. Reduce my fraction is -10 for our final answer. Okay. -1/2 times m equals -9. Okay. I want m to be by itself, so I'm going to multiply by -2/1 on both sides. All right, so the numbers are going to cancel out over here, leaving me with m equals -9 times -2 is 18 divided by 1. Let's make that look better because 18 divided by 1 is just 18. All right, so at this point, you should be able to work on your solving one-step equations. And then we are going to move on in the video to solving two-step equations. All right, in this one, we're going to use the same process. Draw our line down the middle. Circle the variable we want to solve for. So in number 9, it says 6x plus 8 equals 50. Okay. Now, 6 and the x are right next to each other. So I need to get rid of this +8 first. To get rid of that +8 or +8, I need to subtract 8, which is the opposite of addition, on both sides. Okay. So that the +8 and the -8 are going to cancel each other out, leaving me with 6x equals 50 minus 8 is 42. All right. Now, I still want x to be by itself. So instead of just solving this with one step, these are going to require you to do 2 steps. To get the 6 to go away, because 6 is being multiplied by the x, I need to do the opposite. Opposite of multiplication is division. Let's divide by 6 on both sides. All right, so then the 6's are going to cancel out, leaving me with x equals 42 divided by 6 is 7. So final answer, x equals 7. Number 10, again, make a habit of drawing your line down the middle and circling the variable we're trying to solve for just to keep ourselves focused. So 2n minus 5 equals 11. First thing I need to do is to get this -5 to move. I need to get it to go away, to go to the other side. The opposite of -5 is +5. We're going to do that to both sides. Just keep it balanced. Those cancel out, leaving me with 2n equals 11 plus 5 is 16. Okay, Circle your variable because we're not quite done. That 2 is still attached to the end. To get that 2 to go away, I need to divide by 2 because division is the opposite of that multiplication. Those are going to cancel out, so we have n equals 16 divided by 2 is 8. Okay. Number 11 says 13 equals negative 4k plus 9. So I'm going to draw my line down the middle, circle my variable. The first thing I need to get rid of in this one over here is that minus 9. Okay. These cancel out. 13 minus 9 is 4 equals negative 4k. Now, right here, we're still solving for the k, and it's being multiplied by this negative 4. So to undo the multiplication, we need to divide by negative 4 on both sides. Okay. 4 divided by negative 4 is negative 1 equals, these cancel out, leaving me with k. Number 12, I have 7 minus 3y equals 34. I'm going to draw my line down the middle, circle my variable. All right, I need this positive 7 to go away first. So I'm opposite of positive, I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. These cancel out, leaving me with negative 3y equals 34 minus 7 is 27. Okay. Still, I'm solving for that y, and it's being multiplied by a negative 3. To get the negative 3 to go away, I need to divide by negative 3 on both sides. These cancel out, leaving me with y equals 27 divided by negative 3 is negative 9. Okay. Some more examples on the back. Number 13. X divided by 2 minus 7 equals 9. Draw my line down the middle. I'm going to add 7 to both sides first. Cancels out. I'm left with x divided by 2 equals 9 plus 7 is 16. Okay, sorry, I forgot to circle my variable. Now, we're left with x divided by 2. So divided by 2, opposite, I need to multiply by 2. Those cancel out, leaving me with x equals 16 times 2 is 32. Number 14, 11 equals c divided by negative 5 plus 8. I'm going to draw my line, circle my variable, then subtract 8 first. 8 minus 11 is 3 equals c divided by negative 5. I'm still solving for c, but division by negative 5, opposite, and it makes me want to multiply by negative 5 on both sides. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15 equals, these cancel out over here, leaving me with c. Number 15, 3/5 x plus 22 equals 28. Draw my line, circle my variable. I need to subtract 22 first. These are going to cancel out, leaving me with 3/5 times x equals 28 minus 22 is 6. Okay, still solving for x. Now remember, when we have a fraction that's being multiplied, all I have to do is multiply by the reciprocal to get that fraction to go away. Okay. Remember, the numbers over here cancel out, leaving me with x equals 6 times 5 is 30 divided by 3. we can reduce that fraction to make it look better. 30 divided by 3 is 10. Number 16. 1/3 m plus 1 equals -7. Draw my line, circle my variable. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of this plus 1, and I can subtract 1 on both sides. Cancel those out. -1/3 m equals -7 minus 1 is -8. Still solving for m. To get rid of this fraction, I can multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, those negatives are going to cancel out. The numbers are going to cancel out, leaving me with, oh, sorry, I didn't write it over here. Multiplying by -3 over 1 as well over here. M equals -8 times -3 is positive 24 over 1. 24 divided by 1 is just 24. Okay. Number 17. -10 plus 7/4 times p equals -38. So I can add 10 to both sides. Okay, cancel those out. 7/4 times p equals -28. Okay. Let me grab my calculator for this one. All right, so then there's a fraction again, so I can multiply by the reciprocal to get it to go away. The numbers over here cancel out, leaving me with p equals -28 times 4 is -112 divided by 7. P equals -16. Okay. Number 18. 15 equals 9 minus 1/2 x. Draw my line. Circle my variable. Okay. So remember, we're trying to get, the first step is to get this 9 to go away first because the -1/2 is right beside the x. So we're moving the stuff that's furthest away first. So this 9 is further away from the x than the -1/2. So the opposite of a positive 9 is a -9. So we're going to subtract 9 from both sides. 15 minus 9 is 6 equals, these cancel out, leaving me with -1/2 x. Okay. Now, to get this to go away, we can multiply by the reciprocal. It's a fraction, so -2 over 1 times -2 over 1 on both sides. Okay. 6 times -2 is -12 over that 1 equals, they cancel out here, x. To make that look a little better, we can say that -12 equals x. Okay. So at the bottom of these notes, there's a warning. The examples below are different in that the multiplication division is done first, followed by the addition and subtraction. All right, so you'll kind of hear this when I read it out loud, but number 19 says x plus 11 divided by 8 equals -3. Notice that the division by 8 is actually further away from the x because I read it later. So listen again. X plus 11, then divided by 8. So the divided by 8 is after the addition of 11. So we need to get rid of the dividing by 8 first. And to do that, the opposite of dividing by 8, we can multiply by 8 on both sides. Those cancel out, leaving me with x plus 11 equals negative 24. Now, I'm still solving for x. I want this plus 11 to go away by subtracting 11 from both sides. Those cancel out. X equals negative 24 minus 11. Same sign. We're going to combine them together and take the negative. 35. Same thing with number 20. We're going to get rid of this dividing by negative 2 first by multiplying both sides by negative 2. Those cancel out. N minus 5 equals positive 14 because negative 7 times negative 2 is positive 14. Solving for the n, we need to add 5 to both sides. N equals 14 plus 5 is 19. All right, last two examples. 1 equals a minus 13 divided by 6. I need to multiply by negative 6 on both sides for this one. Negative 6 times 1 is negative 6 equals a minus 13 because those cancel out. Still solving for the a. I need to add 13 to both sides because that's the opposite of subtracting 13 here. Negative 6 plus 13 is positive 7 equals a. Number 22. 4 equals w plus 8 divided by 9. So I'm going to multiply by 9 on both sides. 9 times 4 is 36 equals w plus 8 because those cancel out. Last step, I'm still solving for w, so I need to subtract 8 from both sides. 36 minus 8 is 28 equals w. Okay.